Namaste. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Steve Fernandez from Jewel Buzz. It's my pleasure to welcome you to Coffee with Dr. Chetan Kumar Mehta. This is the brainchild of a man who's a force of nature, unstoppable. He wears many hats. The president of the Jewelers Association, Bengaluru, president of the Jewelry Division, IBJA, chairman and managing director, Laxmi Diamonds, Bengaluru. The one and only Dr. Chetan Kumar Mehta. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. And in conversation with him, a special guest, they say diamonds are forever, but in this world of high stakes, it's the visionaries who endure. Our guest this evening is a man whose leadership and vision has driven one of the largest diamond organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, our pleasure to announce our guest, Mr. Russell Mehta, Managing Director, Rosy Blue India. Before we commence this, it's time to acknowledge our streaming partner, Jewel Buzz, and trophy partner, The Art of Jewellery. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Coffee with Dr. Chetan Kumar Mehta. The reason is, today we see everyone want to become big, but nobody knows becoming big. There is a lot of challenges, failures. You have gone through a lot of, bad times, good times, because in this world, we always make sure that we get success, everyone loves us, but, backside the success, we have a tough time. So when we hear out the tough times and how we have to come out, this inspires the younger generation. It inspires the jewellery fraternity that if you can dream something, you can achieve everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome Dr. Chetan Kumar Mehta.
Good evening, everyone. Happy evening. Hey, come on, let's have a happy evening. So, I think today is one of the finest day of my life, because I think when I was born 1987, before decades, this diamond business have taken place in our country. But a man who I'm inviting and I'm talking on this talk show, he's the encyclopedia, he's the university, he's everything to the diamond industry. Let's have a big round of applause. Such a humble. Before taking him into on talk show, I would request to a team to play a small AV so that you can all understand, that how humble he is and so loving to everyone. Come on, AV to just play a small AV.
I want to pay a special tribute to Russell on winning his Lifetime Achievement Award. This same award was won by his father, Arun Bhai, in 2007. And following the footsteps of a giant father, as all of you know, B. Arun Kumar was a pioneer in this industry, and still making your own mark is a daunting challenge. And as son of Dhirubhai, I know that very well, Russell. So really heartfelt congratulations for this achievement. We are all very proud of you.
Come on, a big round of applause for Russell Bhai. I would request Russell Bhai to please join on stage. Come on, have a big round of applause for Russell Bhai. Yes. We are all ready? Yes. We are set or not? Yes or no? I think we all had I think JWCC had very great, restaurants and all. We had a great lunch. Let's have one big round of applause for Russell Bhai. Let's have, come on. Russell Bhai, first of all, I would like to thank you that, you have accepted our invitation. But I would heartily thank Dilip Bhai for getting this. Thank you, Dilip Bhai. Big round of applause for Dilip Bhai. I think when I met first time Russell Bhai, that was like dream come true, because a lot of people want to become like you. A lot of people want to have a life like you. Everyone want to be a success like you. But when I met you, one thing I understood, being humble is the most important thing in the life, and we should have a gratitude and humbleness. And I think I can tell you, he's the most humble human being on this earth. Big round of applause for Russell Bhai. Russell Bhai, I know you're a very shy personality and you don't usually come up, but today I think we are all happy. People were waiting from so many days to hear out what Russell Bhai wanted to speak, how Russell Bhai, life journey, decades in the diamonds, and he stands so ethically strong, very, very strong. The companies have come, companies have been closed, so many companies have come, but you have stood strongly, ethically. So Russell Bhai, we all want to know, how was your childhood? Because you're the managing director of Rosy Blue as of now. But how was your childhood like? Because we have heard about you, we spoke, even Mukesh Bhai told about you. So we can know the great personality you are. But are you were very mischievous, very shant like us? Or how were you, Russell Bhai? How was your childhood basically?
Right. First of all, I thank you for inviting me and giving me this opportunity, and I'm completely overwhelmed. I've never done anything like this in my life before. I'm quite an introvert person by nature. It's very difficult for me. So I want to put that disclaimer out that, it's a very overwhelming situation for me. And, I was just walking with Manisha right now, and she said, you don't talk to me. So I said, Manisha, I have to correct you. I don't talk to you on camera. I talk to you always. So, talking on camera, it's a very, very difficult situation. But I shall try, and I hope I don't disappoint everybody who has come to sort of listen to me. Most of it is very simple ideas and things like that. So, okay, be it as it may, and since we are here, I'm ready to answer anything you want as honestly as possible, which is always my nature. So to come to my childhood, I was pretty mischievous in my childhood. My mom had a very difficult time. She was called to school on a very regular basis for a scolding. So up until my 8th grade, things were, I was not perhaps focused or whatever it may be. I have no idea. But post my 8th grade, I think things shifted somewhere. Now, I don't know what made it shift, but I then became quite serious in my studies, most of the time topping the class, did my BCom, and got my, as they say, first class. About 140 students in about some 10,000 students. So yeah, that has been a change of gear, as you can say, from my 8th grade. But otherwise, yeah, difficult
So
time.
today you agree you were very mischievous.
I was.
Okay. So what did transformed you? Because dad was a legend into diamonds, and so what transformed you? Because even when I see you, like you were a last bencher, or how was you're good at studies? How was you?
Look, as I said, till 8th grade, I was all over the place. I don't know what shifted in me. Perhaps it's the school and it's the friends which I had. My dad was always busy working, and he did not, he was there. Most of the credit goes to my mom of looking after, because my father was busy building B. Kumar and Company. So, he used to work 7 days a week. And that, I think, goes for everybody in that generation, at that point in time. So I think it's the friends you keep, and the school you go to, and the teachers you sort of meet who transform you.
Okay. So I think, Russell bhai, I think you have showed deeper. You told you were very mischievous. All things happen. Something transformed. Dad was building very big company. Mom taken care. Those all things happen. Yeah. But when you start, what age you have entered your business, and what was the challenges those time? Because every 1 decade you see any challenges coming into the business. So when you started and came into business, what was the major challenges you faced, and at what age you have entered your dad business?
So my dad never pushed me to join the business. I have many friends from this trade who actually left college or right after school came to the office and started working. I worked through BCom and never attended the office. Post 1982, which is I completed my BCom, I went to GIA for 2 months to study, take the diamond course. Came back and joined the business. So, up until I graduated, I did not attend office at all. And there was no real compulsion that I have to attend this or do that. But I think in those days, there was never a choice or a question. You enter the business of your father. And, it is a family company. You join the business, you start learning. So you then go through sorting, you go through polishing diamonds, every single step of whatever it takes to do the diamond business, because the ground, the understanding of the real processes and stuff at the ground level is important before you actually can do anything meaningful. In terms of challenges, honestly, I think, it was really a golden period, I would say. So yeah, I can tell you one challenge that we had in that time of business was my father was quite ill. So when I joined the business, he had serious health challenges. And so in those days, we were working the way we were working. And then I was sort of sent to Japan, because that was really a big market in those days, to sort of sell diamonds. I had no clue of pricing. I had no clue of an idea of how to sell diamonds, but full credit to my team in Japan, my partner over there. They held my hand and we went from office to office. I stayed there for more than 10 days, 11, 15 days, I think, try and sell diamonds, because the principal salesperson, which was my father, was not available. And all the diamonds were shipped over there and we tried to sell. So till I think 85, he had his ups and downs in his health. And that's sort of allowed me to carry some amount of, shoulder the burden of selling. So that put me through that sales process. And then, of course, things were very easy. Japan had a bubble economy. We had, my father saw this quite early. So since 1978, he had a partnership going, and we had, a company in Japan, Tokyo, which is one of the earliest Indian company in Japan. So I had a fantastic time selling to all the Japanese clients. I could pick up Japanese. We had a great time. Great time till 1998 when the Asian crisis hit.
So after 1998, there was crisis started.
So 1998 was a year where there was Asian crisis. Thailand was a big consumer of diamonds in those days, and it completely collapsed. A lot of better quality diamonds were left with you, no place to sell them, and things like that. Prices came down. So, of course, in those days, De Beers was De Beers, and they had 85% of the market share, so they could sort of come and control the market to a degree. So all those things happened. So we didn't have a crisis like 2008-9 or what we are suffering today. But yes, those were difficult days in those days also. So you go through all those challenges, and then, that builds part of your character, part of your experience, to see that what has happened in the past can happen even worse in the future. So it's kind of an experience you live through, which allows you to sort of think through for the future.
Great, a big round of applause. I think this is the insights what we are looking for. Russell bhai, today generation, and there is a different big gap between the decades. When we talk about 20, 30 years back, the youngsters' mindset and today's the mindset is totally different. But as you have worked very closely with your father, what one thing you understood, what is one thing you have taken from him and always you try to follow?
I think it's integrity, is honesty, I think, towards anything. So you put whether it, and then he was exceedingly passionate about diamonds. I am not. When I spoke to him in the past, and, he was sorting till the last day he passed away. So he was genuinely passionate about diamonds. He used to tell me that I used to see diamonds in my dream, Russell.
Oh.
So that's how passionate he was.
He was very close to this, very passionately.
All of us are made very, very differently. But one thing you can sort of evaluate, you can take is honesty towards everything. When he was working, he was honest towards his work. Whether he was a family man, he was honest towards his family. So in every single sort of facet of his life, if you have that integrity and honesty, that's one thing you can definitely take away.
Okay. So integrity and honesty is the most important thing. Yeah. So Russell bhai, today Rosy Blue is one of the very biggest company of our India. We are proud of that. And we have many countries' offices. Rosy Blue is dealing with a lot of sizing of diamonds. But Russell bhai, now, everyone goes through some challenges in their life. There is ups and downs. So do you want to share any of the incident where it was very tough for you, and how did you come back again? So do you remember any of the incident of your life where it was the very toughest time of yours and you have, came back again in a bigger way? Do you remember anything? Would you like to share something in that part, please?
Look, there are plenty of such times, but I can cite you two very easy ones which comes to my mind, which are very profound, and it has changed me, who I am. So one is my tryst with the government, because, and I'll be very frank and open, because that's who I am. So, there is a big sort of news, and everybody knows this, that there was leaks in HSBC Geneva. And, our family was named over there. So we had a raid because of that, and then the whole process of, trying to clear your name, which I did. It's all done and dusted now, but it took me a good 15 years and effort to sort of get there. And then the government is government, and they will chase you everywhere and anywhere. So how do you deal with the government? But, look, it made me learn a lot. A lot of discussions with the lawyers, tax consultants, and I'm happy that I went through that experience, so that I can really think in situations like this, where there's a tremendous amount of stress, and how do you deal with that stress? Because and then the other one was when I had to actually announce a VRS in the company, and you had to leave a lot of people who have worked for you. There is no fault of theirs. that, you really have to tell them, look them in their eyes and say, sorry, I can't, be with you. But you try to reduce the pain the best way you can. That's within your hands. So we announced VRS, which was really very generous. I had my employees come and thank me, actually, gave me flowers and chocolates. They were really wanting to go rather than stay back. So, but it was not easy for me. For a number of
Yes.
nights, I could not sleep because I felt the burden of responsibility that, I'm responsible for them. And, I'm letting them down.
You had that pain in your heart.
No, you feel that sense that you have let them down,
Yes, you let them down. I think a big round of applause being so open. Today, when we talk to anyone, they try to hide the things here and there. I think Russell Bhai have been very blunt in telling his bad time. But Russell Bhai, as you have gone through those process, you learned, you became more stronger. But what was the best moment of your life also? Because you cherished that also. What was your best moment also? Like, even what would you cherish that? Like, you felt, no, this, wow. There is one sequence in the life where you come and you feel, yeah, it was wow.
Look, every day, Chetan Bhai, is a fantastic day of my life. Honestly, I'm blessed. I feel blessed because, look, I'm really enjoying whatever I'm enjoying. So, I don't know if I have to cite one best moment
of
or
your life. Like everyone guessed that, Russell Bhai. Like, there will be one best moment of your life where you were more happy, like you achieved something or something like which makes you being like you felt that this was my happy moment. Which would you like to share to the people? Because we have seen your side, other side. We want to see other side of yours.
Okay, the one moment which comes to my mind is, my brother-in-law was suffering for a while. And we managed to get pardon for him from Enforcement Directorate. And the day the letter got issued, I ran to my father. And he hugged me. That was the last time.
I think a big round of applause. I think Russell Bhai, when I'm talking to you, I can feel the love, what you have, the feel, the pain, what you can have. I think we should have a big round of applause for Russell Bhai. I'm sorry, sir, I'm taking out this.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. I'm perfectly all right.
But Russell Bhai, I think when I second time met with Dilip Bhai, I asked him, sir, what all I'm going to talk. He told, I'm very frank and blunt, Chetan. I don't have anything to hide in my life. I've been very open. And I can tell you today we have Sean sees all emotion faces, I see happiness. We see all together. Russell Bhai, and one more happy moment. This is like emotional. But one where you cherish that moment in your life. This was something very happy, I can understand. But one more moment where you remember that which cherished you, like which made you in a whole, so much big journey of your diamond industry. Any moment which made you happy and you were felt very happy that day?
As I said, Chetan, there are plenty of happy moments in life to sort of pick one or not. And honestly, I'm happy every single day. So, whatever circumstances are there, I think good times and bad times don't last forever. So, that's as simple as it. Then you can say, oh, when my grandchild was born or when I got married.
that is
I mean, there's a standard for
okay,
everybody.
so Russell Bhai is very special. Can we have a big round of applause? Russell Bhai, in family-owned enterprises,
Yes.
how do you balance emotional bonds with professional decision making? It's one of the toughest job when it comes to a family. How do you handle that? It happens. So how do you handle that? How do you make sure that things placed in the right way?
So the criticality for any business is that business has to survive long term, right? And that's a tough part. So I've spent some times with the family business consultants. I can cite Dr. Peter Leach, Tatwamasi Dikshit. There are quite a few of them. They have immense research and they've worked with a lot of families to understand how do you survive businesses beyond 3 generations. So the statistics they gave me that only 13% businesses survive 3 generations. 87% businesses fail within 3 generations. And there are plenty of examples across the world, from Japan to America, that every time, a founder starts business and they do very well, the next generation looks after that business very well, and the third generation folds it up for whatever reason, because they are not hungry enough, ambitious enough. And being of the same genes does not make surety that he'll be the best person to look after the business, right? So you have to surround yourself with the best of the professionals, and that's what Rosy Blue sort of stands for. So you got to be true to the business. Businesses are done for a particular aim, to look after, legacy, to look after, and we have to make money, because at the end of the day, that drives everybody. The people who come and work for you, they are looking for a better life moving forward. So, and then that money has a purpose. In times you can do a charity with him, you can do what you want. But, important thing is that we need to focus that the business has to make money. And therefore, if you are focused towards that, and of course, make money with the right intentions, with being best compliant. I'm not saying that we should break the law to make money. And then you surround yourself with the best of the professionals. They are great. I allow everybody and anybody in my team to come and give me critical feedback. It's very open door. There are people who will say that, look, Russell, you are thinking like this is what you want to do, but I do believe that this is wrong. This is how it should be done. And this is what you should be doing. That's fine. And everybody should give their opinion, because we do not know all the angles.
Yes, all the aspects of the business. Right,
this.
Correct.
And then, of course, sometimes there are situations where, some of the family members agree, disagree. How do you sort of tackle that? There are always, conversations around that and things like that. And then there comes a point in time, and, I'll cite one of my friend who has put it in the book of my father, that there is this Sahir Ludhianvi's sort of poem, that if you, what is it? That if at the end, you can't sort of, go or walk together or go together or something like that, तो एक खूबसूरत मोड़ पे उसको छेड़ देना चाहिए. That's the beauty of it. That finally, it's not important that whether we are all working together or not working together, as long as we are same brothers and as long as we are able to keep the relationship, and, that's more important. Everybody wants to do whatever they want to do, that's also fine. But
rightly.
Importantly, the family ties should not be spoiled because of that.
Yeah, very good. Oh, very, very well spoken, Russell bhai. Russell bhai, I think your encyclopedia, there is a lot of things to learn from you. When I was speaking to a lot of the gentlemen over here, they told, we are seeing Russell bhai from the childhood, we have seen him and we are growing up, we came to the diamond business, we are doing great. But I think more than 4 decades you are into business now.
Yes.
And we have seen a lot of ups and downs in diamonds also. And now also we are going through some crises and challenges. But how do you sustain? It's very difficult to be sustained in this business for a long time when you see challenges. So what 2 things, a sutra for all the people who are doing a diamond business, what they should take care of? Because Rosy Blue is having his own brand and it's sustaining globally very strong. But what 2 sutra you want to give everyone? If you follow these 2, you can have a great business. Maybe as though we have ups and downs in the life.
So I think, as I mentioned, business is, we become too emotional about our business, right? We get too attached to our business, and that's perhaps is a little bit of a fatal flaw, because then you don't take decisions which are very objective and which is true for the business. And that's where the objectivity that filter has to be there. That, while I love my business, I love my people, I do whatever I need to do, at the end of the day, if the purpose of making money is not served, then, how do you do? So money is, of course, a byproduct. If you run a business properly, you run a business for a certain goals, you run a business to serve something, to serve your customer, or to serve your staff, or to serve, certain goals, Of course, money will be made. I'm not saying money is the only objective, but at the end of the day, unless and until, we are all coming together for a purpose. All my staff, us, the shareholders, everybody's coming together
Yes,
for
agreed.
a purpose. And that purpose needs to be served at the end of the day. That objectivity needs to be there in the mind. What worked in the past may not work in the future. We always live in the past thinking, yeah, this is how it used to
Pehle
run.
hua tha, aise
This
hua
is,
tha.
this is how it will, things will change. And hope is not a good plan, as people say. So we need to sort of start thinking what is changing, what environment is changing. Environment is given to everybody is the same, There is, like in Mumbai, I stay in Mumbai and every day it's hot and humid and I continue to complain that it is hot and humid. I have to do two things. Either I need to learn to live with that hot and humid
Or I
climate.
have to leave the
Or
Mumbai.
I have to leave Mumbai, right? So similarly, if everybody keeps on saying, yeah, diamond business itna hai, kharab, ye hai, wo hai, ye problem hai, jewellery
Let's
mein ye
have a big
problem
round
hai.
of applause for
वो
Russell
complain
bhai.
कर से कुछ होना नहीं है. At the end of the day, you have to figure out a way to sort of persist in this. And there is always,
Very
Yeah.
rightly said.
genuine lessons I've learned. And, we started a jewelry business back in Nakshatra days. WS said, oh, everybody has to do Nakshatra. So we started a business. Now, we did not do well. And then we started with somebody else I brought. And we started again a jewelry business. That also did not do well. For 3 times I tried selling to domestic India jewelry. We had failed. So the last time I hired somebody, I told him, look, I'm going to sell only natural, loose diamond. Don't come to me with the aspiration that I will get into jewelry because things are not working. But then, of course, we went into domestic jewelry. It is doing well. We built that business. So my realization is that no business is bad. It's the team which makes the business bad or good.
Kya
So
baat.
that's what we really have to focus on.
Very, very, very well said. Russell bhai, I think your understanding into business, your experience is so deep and we are getting a lot of inputs out of that. Today, Russell bhai, India dominates a diamond manufacturing. What should be India's next leap on the global front? Because you work with all the organizations. What do you see? Where is next India standing and what should
In
be
gems
the
and
leap?
jewelry, you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, in gems and jewelry.
That's a tough question, but I think we all have been talking about how do we sort of go the next step and do the jewelry. So, we are doing a large amount of jewelry business out of Siebes, but I think that's pretty small compared to, the entire world business. But it's tough because, designing, making for every region is very, very different. But I think India is on the trajectory to build more and more jewelry. That's absolutely the next frontier. It's not the next frontier, but that's where some people, all of us can even focus more and build more business. And that's a sticky part of the business. Look, loose diamond is very different. It's a commodity. So I'll be very honest and say that if I go to a client and I sell something at X price, and somebody else comes 1%, 2% cheaper, the customer will buy from him. He'll love me and he'll say, okay, I like you, Russell, but,
Price is the matter for me.
In jewelry, there is a better stickiness because your designs, your SKUs.
You have a concept selling.
Yeah. So that's why so it's sticky, but it's hard.
Yes.
So, the harder the problem you solve, the better it gets for you.
Great. So now we have spoke about the diamonds and all, everything. Like, Russell, what about you read a lot of books. When we been to your office, me and Sumesh
I
bhai and
wish I
Dilip bhai.
could read more, but no,
Yeah.
not enough.
So when me, Sumesh bhai and Dilip bhai, we been to your office, we saw a big library of books.
That's also.
So we want to know, because now we saw all your tough time, we heard all your things, but what is you're passionate about reading or you love books, and what is your favorite books?
No, the books are all for self-improvement or, learning something about somebody else and things like that. I don't read fiction novels, or I don't read stories or things like that, some murder mystery or something like that. I'd love to read about people who have done well, or about markets, or about, businesses and things like that. So that's my focus. So currently I'm reading about a book. I forgot, I just bought it and just going to start. It's about that how the investments have changed. So, we are all have been investing in equities, and how should you now change to commodities? And that's where the next investment should be. So that's what I'm reading. So it's all topical. It's all about, what I
Russell
would...
bhai, one of your favorite book, which is you always admire, which is like you have read many books, but any of one personality you admires, anyone, like you feel this book was so good, like you've learned a lot of things. Do you remember anything?
I love what Morgan Housel writes. He's, I would encourage everybody to read him. He's very simple. His English is very simple, but he talks a lot of common sense, which is not so common, And you can pick up this book called Psychology of Money. Fantastic book by all standards. And then he has written Same as Ever, and so, he keeps on writing blogs and things like that. So he's genuinely fantastic. Please read him.
Yeah. So, Russell bhai, we heard like you have just named 2-3 books, and I'm sure we are all going to read, because if the Russell bhai is read, there will be something, lot of things, insights, and we have to take all out of that. Russell bhai, now the biggest challenge to our industry, and there's natural versus lab grown, and I know you're very blunt to talk, and you've always been very open. But just I want to know, what is your thought process, to be very frank? What is your thought process? And
so first of all, I think we should, I'm sorry, but I'm correcting yourself, it's not natural versus lab grown, it's, natural and lab grown. That's
natural and lab grown,
yeah.
okay.
So you have a choice, whichever business you want to do. You want to do natural, you don't want to do lab grown, you can do both. There will be markets for both. There is business of both. So as I said, no business is good or bad. It's the team and the people who sort of make that business good or bad. I think both will survive. Both will find its own place in this market.
But do you think because of lab-grown diamond or loose diamonds or natural diamonds have got disrupted? Is it so? We have got disrupted because of this?
Yeah, so in the short run, yes. That's the honest truth, because, we have been, natural diamond has been cannibalized in our largest market, which is natural diamond market. But I think that's a short term, right? Because they just came on the market in 2018 when Lightbox was sort of unveiled by De Beers. And in last 6-7 years, it has taken a fair amount of share from natural market. Whether that will remain or not remains to be seen, because, economics in lab grown are very, very different than economics in natural diamond. The pipeline, the way it is stacked, that in the natural, miners will make money, diamond polisher will make money, jewelry manufacturer will make money, retailer, distributor, everybody has a reason to make money. If you see in lab grown, the way actually the amount of diamonds which are being grown and which are being polished, and there is a study of a fund manager in India. I can send it to you. It says that most of the profit pool in lab grown is sitting with the retailer, the person who's actually selling the lab grown diamond. So then the rest of the people will have to think through that, what am I supposed to do? So both business, while the product is same, or similar, the fact remains that the economics of their value chain are very, very different. And therefore, we cannot treat both the products exactly the same way. We have to sort of give that thought process on what I would like to do with that product, whether it is natural or whether it is lab grown. Choice is yours, or with both. You decide how you want to treat that product, how you want to sell it. Where will you make the margins? Because as I said, you have to make money. Otherwise, what's the point of doing this? You know?
You're very rightly said. But what do you see the future of natural diamonds, Russell bhai? Because now
right.
you've been into like, what do you see? Because everyone would hear out this. What is the future of natural diamonds you see?
So for every night there is a day, right? There is a sunrise. So we can't lose that hope. If I have to lose that hope, then I won't be around here, right?
So we are on hope.
No,
we are the best hope.
No. We have to remain optimistic, as I said. We have to do whatever is necessary to make our business sensible, right? So if you feel for a point in time, if you have to shrink your business, you have to right-size the business, do it. But then, there will be a time and point in time when it will again grow back. So currently we are suffering because there has been just too many natural diamonds compared to the demand we have. Okay, post the best years we had in 2022, when there was no life experiences and we sold very well, the prices went up. Now it's the other way. But I do believe that time has come where most mines have become unviable. A lot of the junior mines are, not able to produce anymore. It's a negative cash flow for them. They have most of it will shut down or have shut down. And I think if this continues like this, at some point in time, some of the larger mines will have to also close. So there is, make no mistake, natural diamonds are not produced by us. It is produced by Mother Nature. So if you can't mine them for a sensible, sustainable price, you will not mine it. And therefore, there will be at some point in time, there will be scarcity about natural diamond. Now, what shape and form of that industry will be from a $90 billion, we have come down to whatever, $60 billion of natural diamond. And again, do we go back or not? Those are the questions. I don't have a crystal ball. But I can certainly say that the business will be there. We have to adapt ourselves to the new realities of that business.
Will we bounce back? As
what
your
is the
studies,
bounce back?
Like bouncing back, like what we have lost, the business in the past.
Yeah, we can't go back to $90 billion of natural diamond retail business. That's not going to come tomorrow or day after, or in a year's time or 2 years' time. That's gone. We need to now think of what is today, what can happen today, how do we grow from here. One thing I can certainly tell you, everybody wants to wear jewelry because everybody loves adornment, right? There will be some shape and form, whether it is natural diamond, whether it is lab-grown diamonds, whether it is ruby, sapphire, pearls. Women want to wear it, men want to gift it. So there will be some shape and form of a jewelry business. Now, whether we do everything diamonds, should we shift our business to something else? Should we get into color stones? Should we get into pearls? That's a choice every one of us has. So if you want to really grow, can you develop skills in some other areas of our business?
You need to take a call.
Look, yeah, as I said, at the end of the day, you have to right-size your business in natural diamonds because, yes, China is not coming back. It was our second largest market. Every luxury business is suffering over there. It's not only us which are suffering. So China is not coming back. America has been, invaded by, we have lost some ground through lab-grown diamonds. So rather than sitting and crying, we need to introspect what should we be doing with our business. Where can we use the same skill set to sort of apply and sell?
A big round of applause for Russell bhai. Russell bhai, all-time favorite song, which you always like to hear, which is your all-time favorite song. You can't let go because
no, honestly, there is
all-time favorite, one time your favorite song, all time.
There is no real.
Which is like you like.
No, I can tell you, I listen to most of the time the old Bollywood songs of
But
60s.
which is one all-time song. You can't be diplomatic everywhere.
No,
You
it's
can't.
not- I'm
You
not being-
you have to give me a clarity now. One song which you like always, like which is your all-time, very close to your heart.
It doesn't come to my mind, honestly, because there is not one favorite. If it was there, then it would have
No,
come.
Rafi Saab or whom you like to hear more.
They're all Kishore Kumar is there, Rafi is there, all are there, Manna Day is there, all 1960s, 70s का पकड़ के रखो.
बट एक ऐसा होता है ना रसल भाई के दिल के करीब होता है कोई ना कोई एक बचपन से आप सो ये गाना तो आपको हमें बताना तो पड़ेगा आपका जो ऑल टाइम फेवरेट है ये जो सब ऑडियंस इसी के जोरदार तालियां हो जाए पहले रसल भाई के लिए.
Let's come back to that because I can't recollect right now.
Okay, so I'll wait for that, no problem. रसल भाई one movie all time favorite
Movie.
जो आपको अच्छी लगती है.
So I like, there are plenty. It's not one because it's impossible to pick one, but there are, everybody knows Sholay has been one of the greatest one. Anand has been one of the good
Beautiful,
ones.
yes.
Lagan, is a
Yeah.
super one. Recently I loved Durandar,
Yeah.
which is,
Dhurandhar, this is a very
absolutely-
trending.
Yeah, this is absolutely brilliant. So, of course, there are plenty of good movies, which keep on coming, and but there are some who are really exceptional.
Yeah. So when you get Russell by free time, like how do you utilize it? Because I don't see you get more free time because whenever me and Dilip bhai went also, you're always occupied with some con calls, meetings, family gathering, all is there. But when you get free time, how do you utilize? What do you like to do at that time?
So first, I have 6 grandkids.
Oh,
So they take some part of my time, 2 from each of my child.
okay.
And sadly, 4 of them live abroad, 2 are here, but I don't get to see them as often. So whenever I get an opportunity, spend time with them, that's fabulous. Then I have different pursuits in my life, which one of them is, being Jain. So how do I pursue that, which is the betterment of my soul?
Okay.
We are enjoying what we are enjoying because of what we have done in the past.
Karma.
Yeah, and what do I do now for the future is important. So so that's what I spend my Sundays doing, whatever my activities. I love to go and walk with music. I don't need anybody's company. I like to be alone. That's yeah.
You like your company more.
I like my company. It's nice. It's nice living with me.
असल में खाने की बात होती है और गुजराती बोले मुझे खाना नहीं तो आपका सबसे फेवरेट खाना क्या है? All time favorite.
Anything, and again, you will say that no, give me one, but
Okay, आप 3
unfortunately-
बता दो चलो.
नहीं,
3 बताओ आप.
No, importantly, anything which is vegetarian, I'm happy having it, And whether it is Asian, Japanese, you pick it, and Italian or our desi dal bhat, rotli, shaak, it's all good with me. It's good with me. Absolutely. Absolutely.
पूरा संगम है रसल भाई के पास को हर चीज का जवाब है जोरदार
Oh, that's-
तालियां हो जाए रसल भाई के लिए आई थिंक ये भी वेरी ब्लंट ओपन जो भी बात है उनकी इज लाइक टॉकिंग फ्रॉम द हार्ट थैंक यू रसल भाई सो लविंग वी आर टॉकिंग टू यू एंड एवरीवन आर हियरिंग आउट रसल भाई वन एडवाइस बिकॉज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू कम फ्रॉम यू द यंगर जनरेशन who want to enter into a diamond gold jewellery business or gem and jewellery business. What advice would you like to give them?
I think the most important thing for anybody to do anything, forget diamond industry, is being passionate about it. Unless and until it doesn't come from the heart and you are just doing because the family wants you to do, or, I'll make more money here rather than somewhere else. I genuinely believe that you will not be successful unless and until you are passionate about that particular, vocation. I think that's the most important thing. Because
very
every
rightly
single
said.
day in the office, when you come, you are supposed to solve problems. And if you're not passionate, those problems will become too daunting for you. But if you're passionate, you'll get much more drive out of it in solving those problems. So, because it's hard, business is hard, it's not easy. Every single day I enter, there is always something happening, and somebody will come up to you and say, look, this is going wrong, or that is going wrong, or that is going wrong. And, plenty of things can go wrong. But how do you then apply yourself to solve that? If you're not passionate about it, you will feel, you'll feel very tired, you will feel very unhappy, you'll feel, so then you will not be able to.
I think this was something new to us, Russell bhai. Usually we give advice, but I think we need to be passionate to do something. When we are passionate
then
about our
those
jewellery
problems will be not.
You can deal with it.
Yeah, you'll be able to tackle it. So that's it. And then be true to yourself. I think we need to walk the talk, right? So my 42 years of journey in the diamond industry, whatever people know me, it's based on what I have said to them and then what I have behaved in that manner or not. People are judging every single day. People are applying that what is he doing, what is he not doing, things like that. Now, if I say something and if I do something very, very different, then, everybody knows that, right, at the end of the day. And then whatever, you want to get things done or not done, or, it's important that people believe you, trust you. Trust is the single biggest currency in this industry. If people don't trust you, you can't get anywhere. How do you create trust? Is by walking your talk every
Walking
single
your talk.
time. Otherwise, you
कतनी और करनी एक होनी चाहिए.
नहीं गलती करो, that's not a problem.
नहीं, कतनी और करनी.
Yeah.
बोलना जो
Exactly.
Actually, favorite sports? You like sports?
No, honestly, I don't have favorite sport, but I've been now roped into IPL after Akash has been pushing me to sort of come and see every Mumbai Indian game. So that's
So now I think you are slowly started loving cricket now.
Yeah.
There's no option.
So once in a while I watch IPL. Otherwise, I don't really have any favorite sport. But I love sports. I go and watch soccer or, any other sports. That's absolutely...
Great.
Because sports is by far the best reality show. We all look for reality show, but sports by far is the best reality show. There is a thrill every single second.
Every ball, every bat, there's a thrill.
Yeah, in
Yes,
football,
exactly.
in any sport.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A big round of applause for Russell bhai. I think we can have a very big round of applause. Come on.
It's okay.
Because they had a great coffee and we need all this. Russell bhai, before we are closing the ceremony and taking Q&A, I'm coming to your most beautiful part of your life.
Yes.
Took more than 4 years to create a journey of your dad's, a beautiful book. We would like to release this book here. Before that, we would like to play a AV. I think, thank you, Russell bhai, you gave opportunity and Dilip bhai to get it to play in this stage. The book was launched by Shri Sharad Pawar ji and Mukesh Ambani.
From the dusty lanes of Palanpur
Yes.
to the world's glittering diamond capitals. From humble beginnings to global standing. This is the story of a man of many facets.
Hero means diamond. Arun Bhai Mehta एक चमकतो हीरो था.
A gem of the rarest kind.
Arun Bhai Mehta remains today and forever a hero of the diamond industry.
Arun Bhai had a name that truly suited him. Many of our families say that when he was born, it was felt as if sun had risen in our house.
Mangalam Bhagavan Veero, Mangalam Gautama Prabhu, Mangalam Stuli Bhadradya, Jaino Dharmostu Mangalam.
He shared the same birthday as our mother. That bond reflected how closely their natures were aligned.
What struck me about Arun Bhai was not how large his business became. It was how quietly he carried success. In an industry where trust is the real currency, Arun Bhai's word was his bond. No noise, no drama, just consistency.
He was patient. Why? Because he was secure. તમે ધીરજવાન ત્યારે જ હોઈ શકો જ્યારે તમને તમારી આવડત પર આત્મવિશ્વાસ હોય, and that's what he was.
They mastered the art of diamond manufacturing and trading and grew from a modest factory in Gulalwadi to building a business that would grow into Rosy Blue.
डायमंड सेक्टर में अरुण भाई का कंट्रीब्यूशन आप सब लोग जानते हैं। उनका कंट्रीब्यूशन था जो कोई वजह आ गया वो उन्होंने लिया और हजारों लोगों को एक काम देने का काम उन्होंने किया।
Papa, you live life by four simple yet profound principles that made everything so meaningful. Chalshe was your ability to stay calm when things were not perfect. Faushe, your belief to be optimistic in every situation. Gamshe, your open-mindedness and looking for the good in people and situations. Paushe, your ability to see meaning, not just appearances, cherishing relationships, values and moments. And you taught us to find meaning in simplicity.
Looking back, it does seem like his life was a perfect cut. Business and ethics, faith and family, work and play, all in a harmonious fit.
Among the many things he left behind was something extraordinary. Over 40 years of his own handwritten experiences chronicling his journey in diamond business.
With love, all of us, together with Mom, took that seed and his story and nurtured it into this book.
ત્યારે મને સમજાયું કે આ એક માત્ર એક વ્યક્તિની વાર્તા નથી, આ તો અનેક જીવનને સ્પર્શેલી યાત્રા છે. If Papa were here today, he would probably remind us that this book is not about what he achieved, but about what still remains to be done and how we choose to do it.
If we carry forward even a measure of his integrity and heart, his legacy will not simply be remembered, it will continue to shape our future.
Legacy is not something we inherit. It is something we are tested on every single day.
He knew that one day Arunji's name would be written in gold.
I look across the room today and I see 80 years of my grandfather's history. And I need to thank the team that took the effort to put it together. Chirantana Bhatt, Salil Bhai Tripathi ji for his editorial guidance. And lastly, Uttara Shah for a beautiful design of Hero. But of course, we can't forget my father, who has worked tirelessly for years and countless hours to pull this all together. To this team, you didn't just make a book, you captured a spirit. So finally, I want to thank each and every one of you for your time and attention this evening. It has meant so much to us to share these memories with you. Thank you.
From rough to radiant, from apprentice to icon, Arun Kumar Mehta was living proof that rarest of diamonds are indeed human.
Wow, a big round of a standing ovation to, the legend, hero. We would like to launch his book. I would request Sumesh, Vivek and Kirit Bhai and Dilip Bhai to please come on stage. As already we have launched this book, but this is for the industry, Industry people will get inspired. I would request Russell Bhai to please launch this book. Relaunch again for the industry. For the industry. The program continues. Please don't go away because I know everyone are standing. Just we have more 2-3 things. Russell bhai, I know you were very emotional when you were seeing the TV. Also, you got emotional, and you know, like every kid is very attached to his father, mother. They give a birth, but I think you have a great relationship with your father, and think you have given so many things to this industry. I think he was very humble and loving personality. I just want you to say a few words about the dad. What, when you launched this book, there and now, what one thing was in your mind? Because I think people heard you, but industry people wanted to know what was the thought process to make this book.
So Dad had written about his 40 years of experience in this industry. I had that original handwritten Gujarati book with me. And then when I, after he passed away, this I knew. And after he passed away, I saw that there are more written books of things what he liked, certain statistics, certain ideas which he had liked. A lot of things were written, something which caught his eyes. And then, while we were grappling with that, a lot of people came to sort of see me one-to-one after he passed away to narrate certain stories about, what happened between them. I didn't even know, how he may have helped them or done whatever discussions or things like that. So then I realized that there is something here, and the book was pretty frank, so I couldn't print just the book. And then I got hold of Salil, who was my batchmate from school. He was busy at that time with another book he was writing called Gujaratis. And therefore, he pointed me to Chirantana Bhatt. And she took 150 odd or more interviews, wrote all the stories, whoever can give her the stories. And we overlaid everything together, his own handwritings, the stories, whatever, our recollections and things like that, and made it into a book, I think, to capture that, his thoughts, his ideas, and, who he was and how he used to think and, what he used to think. Importantly, because of the time we are going through right now, and, business is tough. Several times in the past, my dad was asked on many forums about whenever there was a tough time, which was, let's say, 98, 2001, 2, or maybe the last crisis. And Rajabhai, Ashish Bhai has been saying this in his interview, that people used to go to him and, he used to sort of try and see as an industry, how do we solve the problems? Argyle wanted to sell a lot of rough. So there has been issues, and he has been sort of forefront of discussing this. So recently, everybody has been asking me that if Arun Bhai was here, how would he have tackled this, or what would he have said, and things like that. So that's the very reason that if you capture his learnings, his experience, and things like that, maybe it will help people, the next generation, to sort of understand that how do you grapple with a problem and sort of solve the problem, right? So that's the idea, that the future generation should, hopefully gain something from here on how he lived his life, how he used to think, and things like that. So that's it's a very small thing, and
Great.
Of course, I wanted to do whatever I wanted to do as a son also. So
No, Russell bhai, you've been so humble. Everything is so easy, and you take it very lightly. I'm very happy for that. But if anybody want to buy this book, or is there or anything away, or any industry people, what is the source to
So
get
sadly, the book I don't want to sell, and I don't want to raise money out of the book. It's not the
that book?
intention.
No, more than that.
So
if anybody want to take,
if anybody wants to, get the book, feel free to email me on mumbai@rosyblue.com.
Yes,
It's very
great.
simple. Please give your name and what you do and things like that, and I'll be more than happy to share the
big
book.
round of applause. This is the gratitude, what you have for the industry. And last two questions we'll take, because Russell bhai have some other program and you have to leave for one of the inauguration. We'll take two questions from any of the audience, and then we'll have a felicitation ceremony and we'll wrap up. So anybody want to have a question, please, you can raise your hand. Rahul bhai, can you pass a mic to Rahul bhai, please? One mic. Only two questions.
It's been an honor, sir, to asking question.
Thank you.
અરુણભાઈ સાચે જ હીરો છે અને અમારા જેવા ઘણા બધા યંગસ્ટર અને નોટ
If you can Hindi, Rahul bhai, everyone can understand.
So
if you don't mind,
Arunbhai is a hero, is a diamond, and it's really a mentor for me. Personally, I have met many a time for whenever I am stuck in my business or so. And I want to ask Russell bhai this question, that how difficult it is, to step your feet in his shoes. How difficult it was.
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
How difficult it was
Yes.
to step your feet in his shoes.
to fit it into the-
Yeah.
How it
It's
was difficult
impossible,
for you.
right? It's so I've written
So
in
when you
the
started your business that time, the people will always compare father and
yeah.
son.
It's as I said. You must have listened that legacy is something you don't inherit. You will get tested every single day of your life. Because everybody knows who Arunbhai was, and then therefore my job will become much more critical and difficult to sort of live up to that expectation and sort of build more on that. So I am conscious of the responsibility which is there on us. And regarding, and also in the book, in the last afterward, I've written one page, and I've written this, that, his shoes are too big for me.
Very true.
But I wear them for my comfort.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Very good. Very, very, very well said, Russell bhai. I know you're so emotional, you're touched, and thank you so much. I think so much we have learned today. Yes, our last question. Can you just pass on the mic there?
રસલભાઈ ડાયમંડ ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીની અંદર અરુણભાઈને ચાણક્યનું બિરુદ મળ્યું હતું એનું શું કારણ?
Russell bhai, you have to answer it now.
So, look, it's, obviously, I think he was gifted in that sense that he could look at a problem dispassionately and therefore come to some sort of a solution to it. And a lot of the people in the interview has said that whenever they used to approach my father with any question, any problem or any issue they were facing, my father never gave any solution. I think he always asked many different questions so that that person can himself understand what he needs to do. He owns the solution, not my father, because you cannot advise somebody to do certain things and you have not lived his life. But perhaps it is better to ask sensible, important questions which allows him or her to introspect and come to some sort of a solution. So that was him. And I think otherwise also, probably he had a very simplistic mind in order to sort of understand the problem very objectively and sort of look for the solution. I don't think so he ever got overwhelmed with emotion that, oh my God, this is a daunting problem and how can I sort of get out of this or something like that. I think he always thought that, something will get through, it will get resolved. And he had a fantastic clarity of mind. So, whenever he used to take decision, then of course it, was absolutely objective. And he would do it.
Thank you. Last question, Sumesh bhai, as we are...
I know it's very
thanks.
short of time.
Yes, very short of time.
Absolute delight, Russell bhai, to hear you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Two questions, two short questions. One is this name Rosy Blue looks more of an international. How does the Rosy Blue, what does it mean? One. Secondly, that recently the media reports of Rosy Blue getting into a Japanese joint venture and a big retail. So what is in your hat,
Mr. Media,
something
so Sumesh is having
big
all the
coming
news.
up in the retail business? Could you share some thoughts? Thank you.
Okay, just quickly on the name Rosy Blue, again, it's there in the book because we were B. Arun Kumar and Company for the longest period of time. That's how the company started. B is for Bhanu Chandra Bansali, my father's mama, and Arun Kumar is Arun Kumar. They both started together. Then my younger uncle Dilip Bhai, he went to Antwerp. My father told him to sort of go and start business over there. In the old days, we used to have a telegraphic address. because there were no telex, there were no faxes, there was no emails and things like that. People used to send telegrams if you want an express way of sending a message. And in telegram, you used to count the number of letters in order to pay for the telegram. So everybody used to have a short address for their company. And Rosy Blue was the short address for B. Kumar and Company. It came from two distinct and important diamonds, which is pink and blue. They are the most expensive diamonds. And that's how it was Rosy Blue as a telegraphic address of B. Kumar. When my uncle went to Antwerp, he liked this name. So he took that name and sort of registered the company as Rosy Blue. We changed our name here in India as Blue Rose for the telegraphic address. So that's the short history. And then in year 2000, we thought that, you know, Rosy Blue is far more international, it's easier, it can be memorized well. So rather than B. Kumar, I still have B. Kumar and Company, don't get me wrong. The company still exists and we still do business out of it. But internationally, everywhere, you know, for diamond business, we said, let's keep Rosy Blue as a name. So that's the short history. And regarding this new venture, Queen, so it's two young entrepreneurs. They have founded this company. We like them. We want to support them in any manner we can. We don't know much about retail business. So it's for them to sort of run this business. They have a very differentiated offer, which is not typical jewelry shop. They want to build something very different. We like it. Kashika liked it. So both of us are in the supply chain management. We want to support them through the merchandise, the goods, whatever we can produce. It's not diamond-centric. It will be all about naturalness, whether it is gold, diamond, colored stone, pearls, whatever it is. You know, it will be all natural material. But our role is just to support them with supply chain. They will run the business. It is their business.
Thank you, Russell Bhai. A big round of applause for Russell Bhai. Russell Bhai, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
We have Hivra Javra to just unveil their cover page with you. Then we have a felicitation ceremony and we wrap up. Before that, let's have one big round of, very, very big round of applause for Russell Bhai.
Thank you.
Russell Bhai, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You were so blunt. You were so quick to the point. We really loved and such a great conversation.
Thank you.
And it was very honored to have you here.
No,
you know,
likewise.
dynamic personality.
No, likewise. I am honored to be here and
thank you.
truly appreciate calling me and sort of hearing me
Thank you,
out
sir.
and my thoughts.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Rinaji, we do a felicitation. I would request Kirit Bhai, Dilip Bhai, Vivek and Sumesh Bhai to please, and Sonak Bhai, our Vice Chairman, to please join on stage for a felicitation ceremony. So this is one felicitation what we do. South Indian, we born in South India, so it's our custom, sir. एक मिनट